Hey TPT sellers, it's Mike Puchigami. I'm the host of the SEO Tpreneur YouTube community. If you've been here for a while, you know that for the last month, I've been trying to get Facebook ads to work on my TPT store with the grandiose goal of trying to get $8,000 in TPT earnings. A TPT seller recently told me, "Your Facebook videos make my brain hurt," which is fantastic. Not that your brain hurts and not that it's overwhelming, but in the sense that sometimes we hear about strategies in TPT land like, oh, I'm going to do Facebook ads. Oh, I'm going to do Pinterest ads. I'm going to run TPT ads. I'm going to start an email list. I'm going to pay $15 to be part of this email group to get email leads. I'm going to try organic Google search on my website. I'm going to try PayHip. I'm going to run my own WooCommerce store. I'm going to run a Shopify store. I'm going to do a membership. I'm going to try this product line. I'm going to try that product line. I'm going to subscribe to this email newsletter that tells me which keywords are high volume, low traffic. I'm going to watch this guy's YouTube videos about how to optimize my TPT SEO stuff. There's a lot of noise out there in TPT land. I say noise because they're shiny objects. It's easy to get distracted by what looks like it might be easier. Alex Hormozi has this fantastic idea about the 5 steps in marketing or entrepreneurial businesses. Basically, the first step is uninformed optimism. So all of the TPT strategies that I just listed off, we all hear about them and then we think, okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to set up a shop on Classful. I'm going to set up a shop on TES. I'm going to try Amazon Ignite. I'm going to sell on Etsy. So we have uninformed optimism about that stuff. And then when we try it, we discover, oh, there's so much I didn't realize and it looked easy, but there's actually a lot of work. And the second stage for Alex Hormozi is this informed pessimism. And then we enter the valley of despair, where we realize this isn't working and we start to look for other ideas. Oh, Facebook ads didn't work for me. I should try Pinterest ads. I should try organic Facebook group marketing, because we have uninformed optimism about that strategy. So for those of you who've been watching this series about Facebook ads recently, thank you for sticking through. If you feel overwhelmed and say, yeah, Facebook ads aren't for me, then that's fantastic, because we've moved from uninformed optimism to informed pessimism, and it's easier to say no to Facebook ads. On the other hand, some of you might be at the stage where you're looking at what I'm doing and you're realizing, yeah, Mike, but your assumption about this is faulty. Or I think it would have worked if you did that. And so for those of you in that case, I think that's awesome. Go try Facebook ads. If you need help with the technical stuff, ask me on the pro side or leave a comment on the YouTube. Today's video is, should I stop my Facebook ad campaign to TPT? And some of you are thinking, Mike, you should have stopped a long time ago. But I'm going to walk you through my thinking process, because I don't think everyone has an analytic approach to business in TPT land. And so as I walk through my decision-making process, maybe this is something that you could apply to something that you're trying on your TPT journey, whether it's email marketing or your website or a product line. The question eventually is, when should I stop or pivot or try something else? I've spent $1,966 since July on Facebook ads. And the question is it working? Should I stop? This video is technically for TPT hawks who are looking at business systems, because we recognize that content creation isn't the whole game. But obviously, you can watch it at any stage of the game, because the thinking process that I use about whether or not I should stop might be something that you can apply in your own situation. Someone asked me what my strategy was with my Facebook ads. And my strategy was not only to get sales from the single product that I was advertising, although that was part of the strategy, and ideally you make a profit from that. I have been successful running Facebook ad campaigns for brick and mortar stores, but their products were significantly more expensive than my products. And they know exactly who sees the ad and who buys the product based on the ad. There's no guessing work involved for them. Whereas in TPT land, there's a lot of guessing work, and there are some ideas that I got from TPT Forward about how to do this high-level thinking that may or may not apply in my situation. So the goal for me in running Facebook ads was not just to get sales from the single product that I was advertising. The goal was also to get sales from the upsell path. So I was advertising at the beginning to a product that was $3.75, so $3 earning. And the math basically worked out that if I could get my cost per ad click on Facebook down to 3 or 5 cents per click, then it would have been a 1-to-1 ratio in ad spend and earnings. But the cost per click that I was paying was around 15 cents per click. And I sort of stopped that idea to try to pivot, rather than try to improve the ads to lower the cost per click. on Facebook, I decided to try to advertise a product that was $40 in earnings as opposed to $3 in earnings. But when I was advertising to that $3 product, that $3 product upsold to several bundles. And so then from a high level perspective, looking at the entire system, my criteria for success was the individual product, the $3 product, plus the $40 bundle that was upselling from that $3 product. So I was looking to make sales from the upsell path as well. My third strategy was to try to get a boost in TPT SEO. So we know from Algolia rule number 8, which is the custom metrics, that TPT likely has a secret sauce where they look at our numbers for units sold or units downloaded and the cost of the resource and the likelihood that people will buy that product. And that probably comes up with a custom number, a ranking, like a hidden TPT SEO score. And then the products are likely at the last stage of the TPT SEO game, they're likely sorted by that score. By the way, if you go to facebook.com/group/TPT SEO, there is this $100 gift card giveaway where I made a game, and I'll click this link to get it. It's a free game, but basically it lets us look at our product stats CSV file and try to guess this lead to the ranking of our products. Is it mostly based on the number of wish lists? Do we see patterns? Like most of the products on my store listing page, it looks like they're ranked really by the number of product previews or the number of units sold or the lifetime earnings. Well, it's not lifetime earnings. We know that. So if you'd like to try to get a $100 TPT gift card, all you have to do is play this TPT SEO search game and post your scorecard as a comment to that Facebook post. And then the TPT sellers who post their scorecard, their names will be entered into a random draw and one of them will win a $100 TPT gift card. So my thinking was that for rule number 8, this custom metric, having additional sales and additional recent sales could lead to a boost in TPT SEO ranking. And then I would show up higher for organic search for certain keywords. And then I would get organic sales from that. And so that's why I was looking at it from a systems perspective, as opposed to just Facebook ads to specific products. I also know from one of our Sunday SEO series videos that TPT re-ranks the top 20 or the top 100 resources for a search term based on recent conversion events. And we have to guess what a recent conversion event is, but it's likely add to cart, add to wish list, product preview. And so part of the Facebook ad strategy I had was, okay, can I send traffic? And I did see evidence of this at the beginning. When I sent traffic to this product, I did jump in terms of my TPT rank position. And I know that because if I go to TPT and type TPT seller, and if I scroll down and click on the ultimate bundle, in the ultimate bundle, I have product number 10, which is this keyword position ranking tool. And I was able to see what position rank I had for certain keywords that I was trying to rank for. And I saw that when I ran Facebook ads, it did jump significantly. But then I tried running more ads and I couldn't get it higher than that point. Part of the strategy in running Facebook ads was trying to boost my TPT SEO score so that those resources would rank higher on TPT search. Another strategy I was trying was based on the idea about a TPT store snowball effect. One of the theories I have is that if you make a sale on your TPT store, or if you have activity on your TPT store, then all of your products get a little bit of a temporary boost in ranking. So then if I was running ads to a product, and as long as the ads were $1 of ad spend was $1 of earning, so as long as it was net zero, then sure, those Facebook ads might not be working well because a good return on ad spend is 4. So $4 of earning for $1 of ad spend. But even if I was at net zero, $1 of earning for $1 of ad spend, my thought was that, okay, so then I'm constantly getting sales on that advertised resource, which then could lead to a TPT store boost for all of my products. This is based on anecdotal conversations and observations that I've had. But have you ever noticed where if you update a product or you're active in your store and you update a product, sometimes you get a sale in that product right away, or sometimes you'll hear ka-ching and you'll get a sale in a different product that's not related to the one that you worked on. And part of me wonders, well, if I work on my store and I'm being active, then maybe the TPT algorithm looks at how active your store is or how active your products are, and then just gives you a temporary boost. So that was my fourth Facebook ad strategy. The fifth ad strategy was to learn, but the TPT hawk stage of the game, it's really about building business systems. And so for me, it was continuing to learn about the Facebook ad platform. and what do I need to keep track of in Google Sheets. But it's also realizing that the default view in Facebook Ads Manager is performance and clicks. And that tells me numbers like reach, like how many Facebook accounts did I reach? That doesn't matter for me. I'm not trying to build brand awareness. I'm trying to get clicks to my store. So reach doesn't really matter. Frequency is a little bit interesting because it lets me know how often an ad shows up for a specific individual. In this campaign that was optimized for view page, the algorithm was showing the same ad or ad set to people around 4 times. So then that gets repetitive. Whereas in my add to cart campaign, it's only 1.75 times. So reach and frequency aren't important metrics for me. So what is important to me, yes, amount spent, high level stuff. Sure, the results, if you're optimizing for getting link clicks or getting add to carts, the cost per result is what Facebook is looking at to optimize that ad campaign. But you can add a bunch of columns. And so for me, the metrics that became important was add to cart, content views, outbound click, and cost per outbound click. And it's this cost per outbound click that's important to me because the default setting for Facebook ads is to tell you the cost per result. So here's my campaign that's optimized for add to cart. I spent $240 to get 17 people to add to cart. It might be more. It might be less. That's based on an estimated Facebook statistical model because it can't track everyone because of privacy settings. Facebook is telling me my cost per result is $14 per add to cart. But I know for my math, later on, I've got to be able to compare cost per click with the conversion rates that I see in my UTM, which is based on page visits. So I'm really interested in the cost per click, which is 90 cents per click for that add to cart campaign. So part of the learning for me was learning which numbers do I really need to measure when I'm running Facebook ads. Part of the learning for me was also about testing assumptions. So at TPT Forward, I chatted with some sellers and I went to some sessions about Facebook ads, and they're presenting ideas that work for them. For example, look at the conversion rate of the product on your TPT dashboard and use that to figure out whether your Facebook ad campaign is succeeding. But I haven't found that to be the case, which makes sense based on what you hear outside of TPT land, which is that when you run Facebook ads, it's to a cold audience. And a cold audience is going to convert worse than a warm audience. And so I think the conversion rate of Facebook ad traffic is going to be different than the conversion rate on your TPT store based on organic TPT search. At the very start of the series, I sort of pointed out that I'm looking at this as spending money on my Facebook ads education. So rather than take a Facebook ads course, I'm going to learn by doing. Now, if you don't know anything about Facebook ads, then definitely, obviously, there's a learning stage that you have to do. When I started my Facebook ad adventure with my TPT store, it's not my first time using Facebook ads. So now at this point, I think I really just needed to test what would happen in my store and test some of the Facebook assumptions that I've heard. I know some of us have heard that we want to use the Facebook pixel to retarget our customers and that we should be installing the Facebook pixel on our TPT stores way before we think about running Facebook ads to retarget those people. So if you are thinking about retargeting ads based on the Facebook pixel, which is a fantastic idea, can you leave a comment below and let me know where you've heard that idea? Finally, my last strategy with running these Facebook ads was to create YouTube content. The goal for any content is the EEAT principle for Google, which is basically experience, expertise, authority, and trust. So I want to demonstrate that, it takes time and experimentation to figure out the Facebook ad campaign. I know some of you are watching the stuff that I do, which is technical, and it's not a tutorial. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And you might think, okay, I don't want to do that, but Mike knows how to do that. One of the cool things about being part of SEOTpreneur Pro, and if I go to SEOTpreneur.com and click on Pro, I'm discovering what makes our membership community different from others is that we gamified the learning. So there are ways to get these points, and the points turn into these mic minutes. And once you have 30 mic minutes, you can book a call with me. And if I scroll down here, it talks about what you can do with mic minutes. Oh, I guess I should add Facebook ad setup in here. I don't think I have that yet. But it's kind of cool because SEOTpreneur Pro member who's been part of the community for, I think, maybe half a year. And this person has racked up around 210 mic minutes. So that's 7 sessions of a 30-minute Zoom call. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have a weekly meeting where we chat for 30 minutes. I'm going to take them on as a temporary client for 7 sessions or however many sessions they have. And we're not doing Facebook ads, we're doing email marketing. But it's kind of cool. That is the cheapest way to get access to me, because my traditional rate for small business clients is $300 an hour. And the pro membership only costs $10 a month. And when you sign up now, you get a free 30-minute onboarding call where we can work on your store. So then running Facebook ads gives me content to talk about on YouTube. And some of the people watching are like, yeah, I want to try Facebook ads. I know what my strategy is. I have this product that converts super well. I'm 100% confident in this product. I just need more eyeballs to it. And then we can have a conversation where I can share with you some information that might take you from uninformed optimism to informed pessimism. But when you're in that informed pessimism stage, you might become, okay, well, I know what the problems are going to be, but here's why I think it's going to work, or here's why it's different. And so then you can make an informed decision about this strategy rather than just saying, oh, the big sellers are saying you've got to use Facebook ads. I'm going to try Facebook ads too. I mean, that might work for you, but there might also be another strategy that's better. Part of critical thinking is about making informed decisions. So I'm going to outline the criteria I'm going to use to decide whether or not to stop my ad campaign. And I'm going to outline the criteria now before I look at the data, so that it's not going to be an emotional decision or, oh, I think I can make it work. Well, let's clearly define when we're going to stop. And if I meet those conditions for stopping, then or at the end of this video, I'm going to pause my ad campaign and then do a 360 review of how it went. Should I stop? Criteria number one. Yeah, I know, criteria, but I feel like criteria is now being used for both singular and plural. But anyway, criteria number one, I'm going to look at my UTM traffic data. So over the weekend, I sold a few of the bundles that I was advertising on Facebook, but I don't know if those bundles sold because of my ads or because of the email newsletter I put out. I think at this stage of the game, I need a more clear sign that my ads are directing sales. And the UTM traffic system isn't perfect, but it does give us some information. So if I look today and if there are no UTM codes with $40 of earnings, then I'm going to pause my Facebook adventure. Criteria number two, if there are UTM codes, but they are attributed to the email newsletter I sent out on Sunday, then I'm going to pause my campaign because I need to sort of stop and reflect and try to figure out who in my email list bought the resource, because some of the people on my email list are a result of ads and some of the people on my email list have been there forever. But either way, I'll need to pause my Facebook ad campaign to reflect. Criteria number three is if the UTM code is clearly from my Facebook ad, then I'm going to think about continuing my Facebook ads. And I will only continue my Facebook ads if I have a return on ad spend of 1. So $1 of earnings for $1 ad spend. If I continue, I've already thought about what it is that I want to do. I have a current campaign that is running at $10 per day, and it's running to all of North America. And before you say, no, Mike, you should only run it in your areas where you know your customer avatar is, I've done that in the past. So I know the 5 top cities who buy my specific product. And in the past, I have run ad campaigns directly to those 5 cities. But I think one of the things I was trying to learn about is that there's this idea about actually the Facebook ad algorithm is quite good. And so just let it run and figure out, based on information that we can't see, patterns of who's buying your resource, and just let the Facebook ad campaign run. So if I continue, I'll continue the current campaign because Facebook ads a lot about testing. Well, business is a lot about testing, like A/B tests. So in Group A, I'll show the ads to people with Facebook set for US and Canada. And in Group B, I'll set ads running specifically to Ontario because that's where my teaching expertise is. And I know Ontario is getting ready for back to school right now. Whereas if you're in the South, I think school has already started for you. It's not back to school season for you. Second thing is, if I continue, I'm going to add more images and creatives to the Facebook ads, especially because we're coming up with the TPT sale. So then 80% off is what I'll highlight. And that's only if I continue the ads. So, moment of truth. Let's do this. Criteria number 1. If there are no UTMs that I can attribute to that bundle being sold, I'm going to pause. Here's my TPT dashboard. Here's my 6Cs product. Today is the 26th, and I've sold a unit today and yesterday and the day before. So the 24th and the 25th. So the UTM from today, the 26th, won't be in the system, but the UTMs from the 25th and the 24th, so yesterday and the day before, those UTMs should be in the system under the traffic tab. So let's click on traffic, and I'm going to sort by earnings, and I see a bunch of confusing numbers, right? Why is it never simple? So this is month to date, and it says here the data refreshes daily by 9 a.m. Let's see what the UTMs for today say. Just curious to see if they have UTMs. Oh, they have a couple of Facebook ads. So this is my Facebook ad campaign. I've set up my ATM tracking codes to include my Facebook ad campaign, my ad set ID, and my ad ID. If you don't set it, then I think TPT automatically says Facebook ad and it says the name of the campaign, but I want more granular level of information. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this code here. I just want to see which ad this is. Oh no, I don't even need to do that. That's going to bottle me down. I can see here's my convert kit from yesterday. 5 questions to have a better school year. So in that one, I talked about sort of thinking about what we want to do more of or less of as teachers to have a different year. And then it sort of says, well, if you want to do this activity, here's a freebie worksheet to do it with your students. If you want a critical thinking letter to go with that, then here's the $3 resource that I was advertising. And by the way, this is part of my 7-month SEL program. And the SEL program is what I was advertising on Facebook. So I can see ConvertKit's getting some traffic. I can see the Facebook ads are getting some traffic. So let's look at yesterday. And right away, I can see this $70.50 probably includes the $39.99 from my 60s bundle, but it's not able to attribute it to one of my ads. Okay, so now let's look at the 24th. Moment of truth here. And same thing. It's not getting attributed to a Facebook ad. It's not getting attributed to ConvertKit. It's just going as direct. What does that mean? Well, it means I'm going to stop my Facebook ad campaign because I'm not confident that the ad campaign is leading to sales. It could be. If I look at my ad traffic for yesterday, August 25th, I have 2 campaigns on. One is to a lookalike audience based on my pixel data, and I just have too few people in the audience that Facebook won't even run the ads. And then the other ad I have is running this add to cart campaign. Yesterday, I spent $11 and Facebook was able to get 2 people through the ad who added the product to cart. So it's entirely possible that they added it to cart. I don't know enough about UTMs. There are some very technical people who watch these YouTube videos, so you might know the answer to this off the top of your head. But I think if I click on a UTM code and it goes to TPT and they add to cart, nothing gets registered in the traffic UTM data until they purchase the resource. And if they purchase the resource, I think what it's doing is it's looking to see if there are any UTM variables set, and then it saves those UTM variables and it shows up in the traffic dashboard. So what I suspect happens is if you go to Facebook ads and you click on the ad, you go to the view. So yesterday I had 21 people click the ad and they landed on the TPT product page, and the privacy settings allowed the Facebook pixel to fire. And so Facebook knows that, okay, 21 people here landed on your product page. Of those 21 people, 2 of them added it to wish list and 2 people added it to cart. I don't know if they're the same people. They might be. I think if they add it to cart and then they go away and then they come back and they go to TPT directly and they go to the cart and they decide, okay, I'm going to buy it. I don't think that second time they went to TPT, I don't think there's a UTM code in the browser. And then if it doesn't have a UTM code, it just gets saved under this direct traffic title. So let's just make sure we're talking about the same days. On the Facebook data, I'm looking at yesterday, August 25th. On the TPT data, I'm looking at yesterday, the 25th. If I go to my earnings for yesterday, the 25th, I can see I sold this back to school SEL curriculum. Oh, interesting. At 9 p.m., it says $39.99. On the traffic side, it says I made $70. So there must be a little bit. Oh no, that's week to date. Let's go to the 25th here. Yeah, I made $70. So I think the date reporting might be a little bit off here. But I think I had 2 add to carts. I think one of those people might be in here under this direct category and just the UTM code didn't capture it. So it's still possible that the Facebook ad campaign is working, but I'm going to stop based on this criteria and I'm going to pause my Facebook ad campaign, which is super easy. I just click the on off button and now my campaigns are off. I'm curious to see how tomorrow's TPT sale will go, because now I don't have to second guess, okay, if someone buys that 60s bundle, is it because of the ad? I mean, it could be. Maybe they added it to cart yesterday and they're waiting to the sale to buy and finish the transaction. So if they finish the transaction, oh, you know what I could do? I could actually, because I see my Facebook ads, I could test that theory out where I click on my own ad. I go to TPT. I add it to the cart. I don't buy it that day. I go back going directly to TPT, and from my cart, I just purchase it. And I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good experiment. I'm pretty sure that would just show up as direct traffic. So many things to learn. If you've learned something new, please watch another video. Chances are you'll learn something that you haven't seen before in TPT land, and you help the channel generate ad revenue, which I can then turn around into fun things like a $100 TPT gift card giveaway. Go check out our TPT SEO Facebook group for more information, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.